Hello guys, MGH here and welcome to another video on MghPlays, and in this one we are going to be looking at the official gameplay released by Rockstar earlier on in this week of Grand Theft Auto 5, the first bit of gameplay we've seen, and boy was I excited to see this, and I'm sure every single one of you watching this right now have already seen it, so I want to say straight away, this is not a video just to watch it silently, so if you want to go ahead and watch the trailer without any of my commentary, there's a link in the description to go ahead and do so, because in this video I'm going to be pausing the trailer as we go, and we will be discussing certain things that I can see, and hopefully we'll be able to learn some stuff, because I'm sure there'll be things that you guys have seen that I won't pick up on, so feel free to leave comments throughout the video if you see anything important. And well, we're just gonna have a good time. It's probably been quite a long video. The trailer is, I think, around about 5 minutes long or just under, so we've got a lot of stuff to look at, and you know what Rockstar are like when it comes to trailers. They hide things and we're gonna try and find them. So yeah, here we go.
With Grand Theft Auto 5, Rockstar have tried to reimagine the open world game in a number of ways. The game world is beautiful, massive, and diverse.
So already you can see there's a lot of cool stuff in this game. You would have seen scuba diving there, where you can actually explore the sea, you can go underwater. We've had planes flying over through the mountains, we've got a boat here. And also one thing you'll recognise is a map, and that is a mini-map down in the bottom left corner, a radar I guess. Now we've got 3 different colour bars here. I don't want to jump to conclusions in this video, that's the first thing I want to mention here, so I might get things wrong and I'll try and avoid doing so, but to me, I'm not sure if this means anything to do with health or stamina or, you know, breath going underwater. I mean, normally in these games you associate green with health, right? You have yellow, which it seems to be kind of more of an energy bar in most of these games, and blue kind of going underwater, your breath, all of that stuff. But I don't think it'll be there. I think maybe something else will pop up during this video that we will see. But obviously the minimap looks just like old GTA games. It's got a very simplistic 2D view to it. And that's all we can see from that. And also just look at the landscape. It is absolutely huge. You would have seen when we flew over in that plane. If we go back here a bit.
It's beautiful.
I mean, this is absolutely huge. It is huge. And this is just a teeny part of the map. Anyway, let's continue.
Massive and diverse. A sprawling, satirical reimagining of modern Southern California, covering mountains and oceans, expensive...
Now this was interesting to me because one thing I think previous GTA videos, the GTA games have lacked is being able to go into stores. Now I know the last game did have a few shops here and there, you know, you had a couple in the second island, that's for sure, but it didn't feel, I just feel like they lacked it, I really do. And it seems that in this game there are going to be much more shops to go into, you know, more things to buy. You'll see later on in this video there's a lot of customization to your character, to your cars, and this appears to be a very high market kind of shop, really expensive. It does look very posh, doesn't it? And you can see everyone around here is dressed nicely, so it seems like it's a pretty important area of the game where all the rich people are. And also, again, if you look on the map, you can see a question mark here in the bottom left, which I assume means there is your quest or your mission this way in the game, so to your rear left. And then you've got H. Now, normally in GTA games, letters like that are, you know, the mobs that you're working for, the bosses or whatever. H could be, you know, for someone like Henry, or you just don't know, but that would be a guy that will give you a mission, I presume, as well. We've got safe houses returning, so I'm guessing that will be the house that you own. Obviously, it's showing you where North is, and this is a shop sign showing you that is where you can go shopping. But notice how the yellow bar is greyed out. I think the blue one is as well. It's like kind of greyed out. I don't know why. Maybe we'll find out soon.
Stores and strip malls, urban decay and untouched wilderness.
Animals! I know, right? Animals are in this game. Kind of a bit of Red Dead Redemption in this. Obviously, Red Dead Redemption isn't as big as GTA, but what I think they're doing with this game is they're kind of implementing everything from Red Dead, from Max Payne into one, because they have had successful, you know, engines and parts of those games go down really well, and they're going to kind of try and bring them into the GTA experience, which I think they're going to do very well. Hopefully they will. And they do say in this video that we will be hunting these kind of animals, which is pretty interesting to me. Very Red Dead-like. And also it's good to see the weather system. It's absolutely stunning. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. And this is not a city-like area. This is a very rural, you know, kind of wild area area where the animals are kind of free to roam around the place and be killed by you. So very interesting there to see there's animals in the game.
Beaches and backwoods, the sublime and the ridiculous, greed and hypocrisy.
You tell me exactly what you want, and I will very carefully explain to you why it cannot be. What? So what we doing here?
We're working, amigo.
For the first time, the game features not one, but 3 would-be heroes.
So like she just said, this game is not about one guy. You will be able to play every single character you see here, all 3 of them. They are very diverse. I've heard that they've got completely different aspects to them that will give you a real unique experience to the game. I mean, every single character you play will have different skills, different aspects to their talents, I want to say, and they will, you know, complete missions together, separately, and in different ways. So one mission you might want to take the role of one of them and then quickly switch to the other to use one of their abilities, you know, from range, from sniping or something like that. I think that's going to really, really make this game that big, that good, and set it away from all the other games that are coming out at the same time, because there's not many games out there that give you that experience. You can complete the story in 3 different ways if you think of it that way. And I think that is definitely one of the most exciting features of this game. Being able to play all 3 main protagonists is very exciting to me, and I'm sure you guys agree.
So now what?
Michael, a once successful bank robber, and now less successful family man.
You know, you're a real asshole.
What did you just say to me?
Stop it! You're ruining my yoga!
Franklin, a hungry street hustler convinced he's surrounded by morons.
We can't
Did you catch that? I missed it completely. I didn't manage to pause it in time. Did you see it?
Morons.
Oh, I've missed it again. I told you this would happen. Hang on a sec, I'll get
surrounded
it.
By
There we go. Look at that. Look what we have here, guys. We have a dog which appears to be following us. So I'm hoping and I'm guessing that this means we will have an actual dog in our control. We'll be able to use him when we're attacking enemies, or just a simple companion to have with you as you stroll around the streets. It looks really, really dangerous around here. Lots of guys who appear to be in gangs. I mean, this grown man on this BMX bike doesn't seem very nice, does it? It seems a little bit rural and dangerous around here. But I think that's a really interesting feature, and I think one way to prove it here, if you look very close in the bottom left, there's not just one triangle here, you've got something underneath, like another layer, another icon on the map, which I think is the dog. Personally, I think that is exactly what we'll see.
Morons.
We can't repo the assets of a dead man, big sitting cheap asshole.
And then there's Trevor. The less said about him, the better. Introducing 3 lead characters transforms both the narrative into one interwoven story and the structure of individual missions.
So what I see from this one is the yellow bar has been depleted. So I think we can confirm this is some sort of energy resource, I think. Let me know your thoughts on that, guys, because I may be wrong. But one thing to take note of here is you'll notice this is recorded on PlayStation 3. We've got the X button and the left analog stick button as well. And again, you've got the safe house icon on the minimap radar. Not too much to talk about in this one, except from this is obviously a mission which requires you to enter this building by going down it via rope from a helicopter, which is an interesting mission that I'm sure we'll be enjoying and playing very soon. But yeah, little things to take note of there.
Players can cut between vantage points.
Yeah, I can use a little backup here.
And from one high-octane moment
Boom, you would have seen it there, using the D-pad, I believe, to switch characters.
to another.
Gotcha.
He's got support!
Now, one thing to take note of here is this is completely new. So not only are we able to switch between characters, and I'm not sure what that 83 days means, but look at this. We have class stats. We have special ability, stamina, shooting. All of these appear to be stats that will improve your character, and every single character here has different abilities and different advantages, I want to say. So that's definitely going to be an interesting part of this game. Whether we'll be able to improve these stats or buy upgrades, or if it's just the more missions you do, the better at certain things you get, I don't know. But clearly in some missions, it will be better to be Franklin, for example. There'll be missions which require certain stats and certain abilities, so you will have to be, cleverly switching between them during missions. And there you can see that's where the helicopter was hovering above. And that's where they've entered in there. I think it's a really, really cool feature, that. And again, you can notice here that yellow bar is completely depleted, and the blue bar has gone as well. And I think I'm not going to say this is 100%, but I think this blue bar is like a cooldown to switching. I think you'll only be able to switch when you've got a full blue bar. Something like that. We'll soon find out. You would have noticed it's gone now because he's switched back here. Maybe. And his orange bar is going down again, or the yellow bar, sorry.
Get us out of here!
Roger that!
This helps to give missions new levels of diversity and intensity.
I've just missed it again there, bloody hell. Right, look at the map here. We've got so many more icons. We've got pistols, which clearly means ammunition, the shop where you can go ahead and buy weapons and ammunition. I love the name, ammunition, I love that. And we've got a pay and spray logo here, or icon, sorry, where you can go and paint your car to avoid the policing who you are, obviously, if you're on the run. And obviously, they have mentioned and they have shown in this video later on that there will be car customization. Whether that's the icon for that or if it's just to paint it, we'll soon find out. We do have another icon here which I can't really make out. It seems to be a small pistol. I really don't know what's different between that and that. But again, that is something we will find out soon.
And intensity.
Now here, he appears to have just bought something from a medical shop. Here it says pipe shop, multi-chambered water pipes, vaporizers, hand pipes, and sorry, is that, yeah, I think it's hand pipes and bubblers. So this is some sort of drugstore. You'll notice though that as he comes out, it then cuts to him playing. So I'm guessing once you've bought something, it will always be some sort of cutscene that then takes you back into the game.
When not on a mission, the use of 3 lead characters also allow for a touch of voyeurism, as you can drop in at any moment and find out what your new friends have been up to as they go about their days.
Bikes are back, guys. I know they confirmed this a while ago, but you can clearly see these guys have bikes, and that is something I really wanted in GTA 4. It was such a shame when they didn't put them in, but bikes are returning, different forms of transport, different little things that we can do in this game, and there will be challenges, I guess there are, because they have said that there will be things to do outside of missions that are kind of like sports, events, things like that. I'm hoping cycling will be in there. You can actually do some cycle races. Towards the end of the video, they will show you a clip of that. We'll get there first before I explain it.
Jeez, Pop. Too much more of that and maybe I won't be dead by 35.
Now we are still using the star rating. So right here we have 5 stars, and I can see 5 stars is quite hefty. They've got a lot of police after. We've got a copper here. Sorry, a chopper, not a copper. We've got loads of coppers. Lots of, different police vehicles chasing us here. Look on the map. There is tons of them, and that is just 5 stars. I'm hoping there is still 6 stars, which will be SWAT teams, tanks, and all that kind of stuff. But he's definitely in some trouble here, isn't he?
The world is not only huge, it's packed with a vast array of things to see and do.
Now, here we go. This is something that really excites me, guys. I'm a big fan of car customization in games, especially in GTA, where driving is such a big part for me. You can see here we've actually got car stats. So not only do we have character stats, we have car stats as well. So this car here, I can't see the name of the car around here. This is Los Santos Customs. That's quite a rip-off of West Coast there. Top speed, you've got acceleration, braking, and traction, which basically is handling. And you can see all the different options of colour here.
Cars.
And you can see as we switch over to wheel choice, there's loads of wheels. And obviously up here you've got your money, your currency, $113,000 he's got here. There are padlock bars next to these, so I'm guessing that means obviously these are not unlocked just yet, but you will unlock them as you go. 26 different wheels for this car. That is absolutely incredible. And there are those stats again.
To customize. Planes to fly.
Now we've got character customization, more clothing. This has always been in GTA, but it really did lack depth, I want to say, in the last few games. This time it seems there is going to be a lot more character customization, much more choices of what clothes you want to wear, and different appearances that you can use.
To buy. Sports to play. Nirvanas to pursue. Oceans to dive. Animals to spot, hunt, and be hunted by.
So many activities, and there, like we spoke about earlier on with the hunting animals, this is clearly a countryside area of the map, and there are wild deer running around which you can actually hunt. You'll see in the bottom right here we've actually got a wind detector, I want to call it, so you can see where your bullets are going to travel. I don't think he's too far away here with this sniper. And we've got southeast, you've got like a compass at the bottom as well. Little details like that, which I really like, but I didn't see that in the first time I watched it, and this is like, the 5th time I'm watching this now, but that seems pretty cool.
Freaks to watch, meet, and befriend.
Now get the hell out of here!
Bounties to hunt. And on and on.
How have you been?
Oh, simply wonderful. And you?
Somewhere stuck between joyful and peachy.
There's also been a huge focus on mechanics in the game.
Yes, I got it first time. I was really hoping I could pause this in perfect time. So here, we're getting a really good look at the new weapon system, the new selection system, I should call it. And notice here we have got a parachute. That is going to be in the game from the start this time. It's not going to be DLC. Will we still have to equip it before we can use it? Or is it going to be something that's automatic when you jump out of a plane or from the top of a mountain? It will say, hold X to equip your parachute and use it. Who knows how that's going to work out, but that clarifies it. We have got the parachute. Now, one thing you'll notice here, not only has he got nice amount of weapons, he's got a lot of weapons here. You can see the ammo underneath as well. But if you look very closely in the middle here, I'm trying to explain it to you the best I can because it is very difficult to see. But it says here, extended clip and grip. To me, that obviously means we will be able to customize our weapons as well. And we've heard this in an interview from Rockstar saying that, there will be certain missions where stealth will be required. So you might want to equip a silencer, or you might just want to go all guns blazing like in this scene here, and then go ahead and get the grip, the extended clip to really help you in the fight.
To make every aspect as fun and fluid as it.
Now you will notice that when he switched weapon, it actually slowed down the game. Let's get another look at that.
To make every aspect as fun and fluid. There's also been a huge focus on mechanics in the game.
So that is a big thing for me. I don't think many people would have seen that when they first watched it. They probably spotted it the second or third time. But previously in games, when you switch weapons, it's always been a bad thing. It's always been something that you've tried to avoid because you get shot at while switching weapon. So the best thing to do in those games was to actually take cover or just run your guns dry, completely use all of the ammo. But in this game, it looks as if you will be able to go into a slow-mo time when you change your weapons, which is such a good thing. Let's have a look at that one more time.
There's also been a huge focus on mechanics in the game. To make every aspect as fun and fluid as it is broad. Everything from driving and shooting to tennis and bike riding.
Now that's what I mentioned before, bike riding. Now you can see you've got stamina bar here, you've got your position in the race and how much time it's taken, but it does prove there are so many activities, even that shooting range one. There's going to be so much to do in this game, even while out of missions, which is very impressive.
Feels fun and responsive. However, alongside all of this leisure, people also have to take care of business. For all their pretensions, these men are dangerous thieves.
It's an industrial area, right? So I'm thinking vehicles. Trash truck to block, tow truck to sack.
To survive, they have to set up and pull off a series of increasingly audacious heists.
Gentlemen, some plans for your attention?
The player sets these up themselves.
Now what you'll hear there is that we are able to set up plans ourselves. Now I've only paused it here to explain something as it's happening because this bit is very quick, but I want you to look down here in the bottom left to these 3 posters that you're going to see. I want you to really, maybe even pause the video yourself to look at it. You'll see that each of the people on these pieces of paper have individual stats, and it seems as if you have actually hired them in-game to help you with the missions, which is a really neat idea. I'll try my best to pause it on the right moment.
Then decides how they execute them.
Right, there we go. That was actually pretty decent. So you can see here we've got 3 different guys here. They are under the label crew. So these are the guys that will be going with you on the mission. We've got a woman here whose expertise is hacker. We've got a gunman. We've got a driver. You can see his are broken down into driving skills. These skills here, we've got max health, accuracy, shoot rate, and weapon choice. And then with the hacker, we've got decryption skill, we've got access speed, and SYS knowledge, or SYS knowledge. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But the main thing you want to notice here is at the bottom, they take a cut of the money, obviously, because you are hiring them. So some want 14%, some want 15%. But this seems like we're in control of this. We're actually able to pick from people who we want to help. And I think that has never been done before, so that is very cool.
And with whom?
There's
two ways I see of doing this. We go in smart. Let's go. Or we go in loud and dumb.
Let's go!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your moment! Please don't make me ruin all the great work your plastic surgeons have been doing.
After the take is divided, you decide what to spend your money on. Anything from sensible investments like tattoos and fast cars.
Now, I really wanted to pause it here because driving, like I said a minute ago, is a very important part of the game to me. And I have read into this, and that is the fact that they have tried to make the driving... I don't want to compare it to other games, but I'm going to have to make my point here. They've tried to make it more arcadey, more speedy, like Saints Row 3. I really didn't want to drop that name into this video because you cannot compare these two games. They're completely different in my opinion. And I think obviously GTA is on a different level to Saints Row, even though Saints Row is pretty fun. But the driving in GTA 4, to me, was perfect. I really liked it. But they complained, and when I say they, I mean Rockstar, they complained that the driving felt like almost like you were driving boats. They swayed a lot. The momentum when you turned around corners was a little bit too high, maybe a little bit unrealistic. But for me, it just felt so right. I really enjoyed the driving in GTA 4, and I know a lot of you guys did too. So what you've seen in the driving in this official gameplay from Rockstar is that they really have made it a bit more arcadey. But I'm not going to complain about it until I've tried it because it might not be an issue, but you would have seen here it's very quick. I'll go back a little bit so you can see it a little bit better.
And fast cars. To risky ventures like stocks and Los Santos real estate.
Now that is big. Did you hear that? Listen to this again.
To risky ventures like stocks and Los Santos real estate.
So we are actually going to be able to spend our money not on just clothes and customization for your cars. You're actually going to be able to buy properties. You're going to be able to buy shares in the economy and things like that. There is going to be so many different ways to spend money, even if it's buying tattoos, which is a little bit crazy if you ask me, seeing as you wear clothes. But there are going to be a lot of ways to make money in this game. And I've never seen a game before where you actually, play around with the stocks and buy properties. That is absolutely groundbreaking. And then this bit is very exciting as well.
And then there's Grand Theft Auto Online, which we will show you properly soon.
When is soon? When are you going to show us this? I wish you would have told us. But this to me is probably the most exciting part of the trailer because this is pretty much an open lobby. And it seems, I've tried my best to count, but I haven't done it very accurately because they show all of the names in different parts. But it appears to me that there are 30 people in this lobby, including you, the character. So I'm guessing that this is maybe a 30-man lobby. Whether that's, a limit, I don't know yet. But everyone is completely in this open lobby, free to play, drive around, do whatever they want, it seems. But we can't, really claim too much on the information because they have not actually talked about it very much. They're very secretive about multiplayer, that's for sure. But like the woman just said, they will be releasing more information soon. Let's go back and watch this bit again.
Grand Theft Auto Online, which we will show you properly soon.
And there we go, guys. You can pre-order it now. It comes out on September 17th, which is obviously the pushed back date from its previous date, which I think was May. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm glad they've done it because they seem to have improved the game even more. They had that bit of extra time to really perfect the game, and I think they've done an absolutely incredible job. And I hope you enjoyed this video as well, guys. If you have, let me know. Leave a like. I'd really appreciate it. Leave any comments below. Tell me if I've missed anything, but I think I've done a decent job there trying to pick out some things that maybe you didn't see. So thanks for watching, and I'll be uploading some more GTA stuff soon.